Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
Yes. Where to begin? We got some good news this morning. Sunday morning, and it's actually kind of cloudy and chilly outside, so. Anyway, we got some news here. Yes, I'm wearing my Bazinga t-shirt. First, we want to thank Steve for contacting us and let us know, and we apologize for taking so long, but we want to report that an entire congregation has been dissolved. The De Quincy, Louisiana congregation no longer exists.
Woo!
Woohoo! This is in a rural area and has been in existence as long as this person has been around Louisiana, and any witness from that area must now drive 30 minutes to another hall. So we're wondering if it's beginning to shrink, Louisiana.
Here's the thing. It wasn't too terribly long ago where you and I read a letter to the congregations that Watchtower is in need of 13,000 congregations, was it? So please give us some more donations. Donate, brothers. We need these kingdom halls. And now we read they dissolved one in Louisiana. Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
So apparently they don't need 13,000, whatever the number is. They need, 12,999.
They just need more money.
Yeah. So,
we don't know if this is any connection or even in the same area or what, but it's interesting because J.W. Pistate and I, we all know about these cards here.
Yes.
Pistate and I sent out over 100 of these cards to Louisiana.
There you go.
Yes. And these are available on his website, notinmytown.ws. And I always try to keep a good supply. And, in fact, I probably should order more. But, yeah, we find out there's a pedophile in the area, and we just plaster those cards in that area. And thanks to a friend, we got some addresses of some witnesses and kingdom halls and stuff. So over 100 went out to Louisiana. So I don't know, like I said, if it has anything to do with this congregation or not, but it's just interesting how things seem to be shrinking for witnesses in Louisiana.
Yes. And we also want to, remind everybody that Kim and I are willing that if you want to participate in this, and you do not want to send them from your own town, so that there's no what are they called? The mail, the mail stamp, postmark. Thank you, Kim. Send them to us in another envelope. Just even an envelope like this. Send them to us, pre-addressed, pre-stamped, and we will send them out here from New Mexico.
I've done that for many friends.
Yes.
A lot of times I'll get a whole big huge priority box full of letters that they want to send to their area, but they don't want the postmark from their town.
And really, if you're a current Jehovah Witness and you'd like to do this, I give you permission to count it as field service time.
Yeah. Yes. But I've done that for many friends.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wink, wink.
So anyhow, we're glad to hear that there's a Kingdom Hall that's been dissolved, and there again, it still contradicts the growth factor that Watchtower continuously feeds the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, and it's interesting because with their numbers, they're boasting over 8 million. May I remind you, Jehovah's Witnesses, that's peak publishers.
Yeah.
That's not average. Look at the average number. There's not that many new ones.
Yeah.
Not that many at all. So, anyway.
Thanks, Steve, for the privilege of letting us do this, because we know that you could have done this yourself, brother.
Yes.
So thank you.
Big hug. And we're not going to end it here because we have an interesting, I guess you would call this street interviews of how the general public really feels about Jehovah's Witnesses. So you all enjoy and have a great week, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
They've knocked on my door, and when they start talking, I just, they give me their little magazine, Watchtower, it is. And I'm nice. I don't really stand there and listen to them.
We had a routine to answer the door for Jehovah's Witnesses. We just go to the door with a phone in our hand, and we're like, I'm sorry, we can't answer the door right now. I'm on the phone.
sometimes they'll be but wait a minute, and you just keep
Or they
continue
want to
saying
reschedule. They
yeah,
want to come
or
back.
reschedule and say no, thank you, I'm done, thank you very much, and the door closes.
Many times I normally come like once or twice every 3 or 4 months, just knocking on your door, especially on Saturday morning.
I need my sleep more than I need God right now. God's with me all the time, thanks.
If Avon can call, I guess the Jehovah Witnesses can call. But to me, it's anyone who comes to my house has lost a customer.
I think the more they knock and the more they talk, maybe that's brownie points in the afterworld. I don't know that, but I get that opinion.
I think one of the tenets of their faith is that everybody's kind of pre-chosen to go to heaven, so you're either on the list or not. Sounds like it's going to be tough to recruit new members that say, hey, where am I on the list? You know, whether I want to be one or not.
They seem to have a different interpretation of the Bible than everyone else does. Everyone else thinks they're going to go to heaven, whereas Jehovah's Witnesses believe that there's going to be a paradise on earth where, you know, God's going to destroy all the bad people and all the good people, which is his people, I suppose, are going to live forever in paradise. So it's a pretty out there idea, different from everybody else's point of view, but you know, it's a good thing to believe if you really believe in it, you know.
And we should have freedom of speech and freedom of whatever you want to do. It's just that I think that when it comes to religion, that's a tough line. When you come and you knock on someone's door and promote your religion, I don't know if everyone's open for that.
I don't like it when people come in my space and I'm invited to try to convince me that I have to live their way.
We have no bias or prejudice against, I don't think, anyone with any of the different or non-mainstream religions.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about the religion, but the little I know, I feel they're kind of restricted with certain holidays.
Everyone I knew that was Jehovah's Witness, they wouldn't celebrate Christmas or, let's see what else. What was some of the other big holidays? New Year's, for an example. I mean, there were so many different holidays that I felt they were, you know, deprived. I don't know.
My daughters went to school with Jehovah's Witness children, and they weren't allowed to celebrate Christmas. And I could tell it was kind of hard on the children to see all the other ones look the anticipation of Christmas, and they couldn't really do that.
I've got some kids in our school who are really like tough pressed on religion, and that's like basically how they follow their life. But I don't know. Live and let live. That's my theory.
How do you feel?
Well, I think it's a little bit of an invasion of privacy. I don't promote my own religion. I think it's something that you should keep to yourself. I don't believe that you have to be out there trying to recruit people to your religion because you feel it's better than anyone else's. So, I really don't agree with people promoting their religion.
That's what they believe. That's what they want to exercise. I think that they're within their right to do that. And the other flip side of that is they get an opportunity to. I get an opportunity to talk to them too. So
I think to each his own. Whatever you want to represent God and spirits, let that be it. Yeah, I don't want to interfere with you, and I don't want you to interfere with me. Fair enough?
It's great he's not waking me up on a Sunday morning, knocking on my door.
I don't hold anything against them for trying. That's, you know, the way they're trying to build their religion and bring in new people and get people interested that are curious about it. But myself, I'm not just too curious about it, so I don't care to listen.
They can do what they want, but it seems like if people are knocking on your door and they're slamming the door in your face, that you would kind of get the idea that maybe people don't want to hear it.
And you have the right to come ask me if I want to hear about it, and I have the right to say no, thank you, goodbye.
Well, having all these rights also means that you have to have tolerance of people to exercise them. So I appreciate that they're so committed that they want to do that. So I at least acknowledge it by answering my door and saying, hey, who is it? What do you want? Sorry, I'm not interested. So, you know, with rights comes tolerance.